let's see. Going down to... Yeah. Pick up from last time. Let's do it.
Kid knows something's up when we ain't there to give a warm welcome.
Alright, we saw this
Zolf and
last
I
time,
were just
but it
wrapping
won't
up
let me skip it.
heated discussion. Zolf can barely muster the words. The calamity failed, he says, but I will not. And with that, Zolf leaves us here, alone.
Fractured monument. Blah, 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 blah. A memento. Evidence of Zolf's rage against the Bastion. Something brought out a flash of violence in the man. He attacked Rux and severely damaged the monument, then fled in anger. Ask about the altercation with Zolf. Are you hurt? What happened back there?
Zolf cursed the city, cursed the Bastion, cursed me. Said he was going home.
Are you alright? What exactly did Zolf do?
When Zolf got through reading that journal, he just snapped. Started smashing up the monument till I tried to stop him.
I can't have anything there. I think I like what I've got going on. Yeah, I think I'm liking what's going on here too. I love the trip mines, I really do.
The repeater and machete, favorite choices of the Ura hunters we once fought.
Nothing there. Nothing found. Dueling pistols. Let's see. You know what? Let's grab the double pistols. The dueling pistols.
Finders keepers.
And what's that? An idol. God of health and atrophy. Foes shall gain resilience to physical harm. Half the tower keeper's face is that of a youth in his prime, and the other an old man. Goddess of pain and pleasure, foes shall strike with greater ferocity. They say the veiled widow is smiling beneath her robes, her body all scratches and stars. You know, I don't think I really want to invoke any of these idols. Wow. I mean, this is my first playthrough, you know? I feel like that's more of like a second, third playthrough thing. I feel like this probably goes to the pistol, so we'll grab that. Go to the upgrades. Yeah, I had a feeling. Upgrade that. Yeah,
Takes a lot of moving pieces to make a dependable sidearm.
Yeah, let's try the pistols. Okay, and Mari has them equipped. Alright. What do I do now? Can I...
Can't be too careful these days.
Okay. So what do I do? Oh, monument maybe?
Zolf banged up the monument pretty bad. But there's a way to put it back together. The shards.
Okay.
We're gonna need all of them to nurse the Bastion back to health. The city brought the shards to the wilds. Now the kid's gonna bring them back.
Alright, shard detected. Jocelyn Bog. It rests somewhere in this field, overgrown marsh known for driving men mad. Let's do it.
After Zolf's little episode, kid sets off in search of shards. First stop, Jocelyn Bog. You'll get lost in that bog, I told the kid, and I won't be able to guide you back.
Alright.
Well, I let him go. What else could I do? What could any of us do?
Can't go that way. Okay.
Zolf put us in a real bind. Hurt the Bastion bad.
Nope. Here? Okay.
But the shards can make it better. They're like smaller doses of the core's medicine.
Let's go this way. Alright, there's the shard. Easy. Easy
Shame
enough.
the only place to fill that prescription is out here in the wilds. This place is intoxicating.
Intoxicating. Uh-oh.
Don't know where he's gone. Might be gone for good for all I know. Wherever he is, it's somewhere I've never been. Somewhere I never want to go.
Shit. Oh, shit.
The dead welcome him with open arms. The kid pops up good. That a survivor? No, ma'am. It's a lonesome ghost of a gas fella. What do you say to a kid who's seen too much? I'm Zolf of the Ura. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Now the kid sees something stranger still. Did anybody else survive? Sure enough, he finds peggers, lunkheads, wallflowers, pincushions, pineapples, swamp weeds, ankle gaiters.
Alright. Ooh. That didn't feel good.
Now the Bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown. Kid sets foot inside one of Ceylondia's famous watering holes. He has the nerve to flash the shield he stole. The security's just left the street. Succeeds where the calamity failed.
Where do I have it?
Would you look at what he did to poor old Ronde the bartender? Proper story's supposed to start at the beginning. It's so simple with this one.
Uh-oh. Was I not supposed to kill
Here's a
him?
kid whose whole world's alright, snoozing there on a rock in the sky. He wakes up. I'm just fooling. He sees what's left of the rippling walls. Years of work undone in an instant. He sees what's left of Pith, the bull. The gods, they're all undone. He sees what's left of his lifelong friend. His friend, he's come undone too. He sees what's left undone.
Supposed to go? Oh. Take wood. Alright. What am I supposed to do with it? Put on the fire? Okay. Rest.
Thought we'd lost him, but he finally comes to. The shard ain't lost either. Not anymore. Now to find a ticket out of this hole. Bootlickers dig their nasty thorns into his heels.
Alright, if that's where I'm supposed to go, let's go back this way. And see
Kid
what else is
doubles
over here.
back just in case you missed something.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, so you can't go that way. Alright, never mind. Grab this money. We need money. I always like to have money. Good deal. Ooh, yes, heal. I need heal. Gearing up for a fight over here.
Ever heard of a lung blossom?
What in the world is that?
Bigger than the stories say. The breath on that thing, like a scumbag's breath. Say one whiff of lung blossom can make you lose your mind. Well, a kid prunes it down to size somehow.
Alright. You know, in a fight like that, I feel like the grenades probably would have been more useful than the trip mines. Maybe I should shift. Maybe I should change to those.
Kid never much cared to speak of it. A shard is like a poor man's core, but beggars can't be choosers. That's it. A few more shards like that, and we'll be back in business. A single shard can breathe new life into this place.
Alright, let's do this.
The shard's got enough juice to spruce up any of these places. Ain't saying much, but that's the greatest forge in all the city.
Let's do...
Kid's lifelong friends looking fit to keep on fighting.
And let's see.
You want to tune a scrap musket, you start with the barrel.
Okay. Dual decider, single swift devastating shot aimed straight for the foe's most vulnerable parts. I thought I beat this one. No, I haven't played this before. What's up, by the way? You having good night? By that.
It wasn't fixed, it was unbroken.
And that. Yeah, maybe you're thinking of Hob, maybe? Because it does kind of look a little bit similar to Hob in some ways. Let's go with the hand grenade.
Want to stay alive in the wilds? Pack a pair of pistols and a good blade.
Let's see. To focus, defend for a few moments using the bullhead shield, then attack. A longer grip that gives superior leverage and power. Reverse grip. Uppercut attacks cause knockback. Attack without moving to uppercut. Let's do the
Ain't
focus.
never letting go of his old friend with a sturdy grip like that.
Should I switch back to the hammer, or should I keep the blade? Oh, wrong one. You know, let's switch back to the hammer for a little bit.
The city tried to use the shards to stake out the wilds. So much for that plan.
Alright, we got Rothus Lagoon. Folktales say this is where the legendary Ankle Gator Queen resides. Ugh, Ankle Gator Queen. Sounds like a boss.
Ankle gators used to roam the wilds, and they nested at Rothus Lagoon. Many a tale folks used to scare their children straight originated here. All kinds of beasts we don't know up from down, still lurking about. These beasts, they don't like company.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking about what I was going to play after this. Maybe I'll do that one. Oh, I mean, Viking lore is always good.
Only the city's brushers knew their way around the lagoon.
Sneaky neat one.
Even the brushers learned to fear this place.
This game was made by, this was actually the first game, I believe, of the developer that made Hades.
They used to think that ankle gators were extinct. Well,
What the fuck?
they ain't. One of them's been living in the tall grass. They called her Queen Anne.
Oh boy.
Turns out Queen Anne got a hold of a shard. Ankle gators love shiny things. what smells worse than an ankle gator's breath? A stinkweed.
Stinkweed.
Ain't time for pecker hunting, but the kid can't resist.
Oh,
Can't
shit.
get hasty in a place like this. Can't fight Queen Anne without the proper tools.
Brusher's pike.
Brushers use their pikes to keep their distance around here. Now the kid can do the same.
Nice.
They say you
shit.
can't hurt an ankle gator unless it's raining. And it ain't raining.
Kind of slow on the attack, though.
Sharp sticks make Queen Anne nervous, so she backs off a bit. Kid's got a mean throwing arm. Those pink cushions have been living off the ankle gator's scraps. Queenie leads the kid into some kind of twisted trap. One bad step in that tall grass and it's Queen Anne's lunch. He holds his ground. Seems the Queen's running out of options. He takes off after her. Fast as he can. The closer you get to an ankle gator's lair, the thicker the tall grass grows. Kid's gotta make a run for it. Those leaping lunkheads don't like Queen Anne any better than the kid. Bad idea
Oh,
to
shit.
walk in gator grass.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Queenie must have scared a bunch of peckers out of hiding.
Where's this? Ankle gator egg.
Ankle gators don't much care for their young. That's why there ain't many around.
Alright, a memento. It is very large and heavy, and its occupant sounds to be alive. Ankle gators were thought to be extinct because their eggs took decades to hatch and were easy prey. The calamity must have unearthed this one.
Wanna know how to find an ankle gator lair?
Uh-oh. Here we go.
You use a kid as bait. Now she's coming for him. She's got nowhere else to go. The shard's sitting in plain view. They say if you run across an ankle gator, you better keep running. He's got it, and now to finish her off.
That. Don't hurt me. Oh, I forgot about. I thought I still had the grenade.
She's starting to get annoyed.
No, I'm starting to get annoyed. I hate these damn things.
And now he's made her mad.
Uh-oh. Woo. Yeah, she's pissed. Okay, so that's actually gonna be useful here. Good God.
Rest in peace, Queen Anne.
Whew.
That was for the brushers.
Did I not go that way? Oh, I think I already passed by that area. Okay. Let's do it.
Kid's done what needed to be done. Queen Anne's reign is over. We even got a crown jewel. All that trouble for a single shard. But you know what? It was worth it.
Alright. So, we got a couple things we can do here. Ask Leah about the massive egg from Rotha's Lagoon. Do you think an ankle gator could be tamed?
That gator's a crazy gal. But so is the gal who promised to look after her.
Cool. Ever seen anything like this before?
They said Queen Anne was just a folktale. Now there's living proof she ain't.
Okay, yeah, I can add more here. Let's see, I can add max health, plus 10 crit, absorb stray fragments, plus 33% speed while defending. Let's go with plus 10 crit at full health.
Awful big, lost and found under the circumstances.
Pike vault. Grab another something pointy. Let's go back to the hand grenade.
He's a spitting image of Slinger Jawson with that pike and them pistols.
Let's see. Faster throw reload. Plus 15
To
crit.
fix a brusher's pike, you just need a good length of knife bark.
I think I'm gonna keep the pike. It does pretty good damage. Alright, I'm gonna go take a quick tactical wee. I'll be right back. Alright.
The next shard should be farther out there in the wilds.
Point Lemaine. It's somewhere inside the city's largest outpost in the wild unknown.
Point Lemaine's Grand Rail once brought the riches of the wild right to our doorstep.
Let's do it.
Know how Caelondia became the richest city in the world? 2 words. Point Lemaine. If the wilds could ever be tamed, it was gonna happen right here. But now, the greatest outpost past the city line is nothing but a freak show. The army's triggers once had the place on lockdown.
Army carbine.
Kid might as well pick up where they left off. Blam! Just like my fighting days. A gun like that can even put the wilds in check. Point Lemaine seen better days for sure, but it ain't done. Whole place shudders in a fit. The Grand Rail of Point Lemaine. Not only is it still there, it still works. Of course, it's no longer shipping hides and alloys and spices, but it'll give the kid a lift. Just as long as he can stay clear of the trouble on the tracks. Grand Rail's all grown over with things of calamity chewed up and spat out. Things eager to take back their turf.
Okay. Good God.
Lunkheads ain't known for their grace. Takes fancy footwork on the rail, what with wallflowers coughing fungus everywhere. Of course, the Grand Rail's seen much more fighting in bygone times.
Yeah, I don't really like that so much. Let's go back to the pistols.
Near on 50 years ago, first shots fired in the Supergiant War. It was right here that Zulf's forefathers decided to mix it up.
Ah!
Okay, so maybe we didn't get their sign-off on the whole Grand Rail thing. That was bad. The rail must have shook the Ura to the bone down in those dens of theirs. Well, the rail won't last much longer now that the kid took the shard. It's still got one good run in store for him. All the rotten wood there on the rail is turning into swamp weed century. Ever tried dancing side to side while holding your breath? Choking on swamp weed. Hector's trying to prick you in the eye. Well, let me tell you, it ain't fun. But then, at last, it's the end of the line. He'll be picking swamp weed out of those boots for days. Turns out he's got company up at the railway station, waiting for him.
Oh, I almost died.
Not just another wallflower, pincushion, mind you. At first, he thinks it's Zulf. Turns out he's wrong. This is for you, says the man. Then wham. When the kid comes to, the man's long gone, but something else is there.
A memento. A letter addressed to Zia. It appears to be written by Zulf, who must have found another Ura survivor to deliver the message. Maybe Zulf taught Zia enough of their native language to be able to read this.
The only words the kid recognizes on that parchment are for Zia. Well, what's a kid to do? He took the shard, he took the hit, and he took that note. That note cuts straight to the heart of things, don't it?
Let's ask her about the stockpot first. What did you do for food back when you were living on Prosper Bluff?
Finding gourmet ingredients ain't easy these days, but we'll take what we can get.
Can you read this? It's addressed to you.
The note says it plain. Zia, go east to learn the truth about the calamity and our people. I'll be waiting. Sincerely, Zulf.
It's meant for Zia. Isn't this Zulf's handwriting?
Zulf's messenger was one of his people. Wonder just how many of them survived, and what exactly Zulf told him. It ain't too late to unlock the potential of this place. The arsenal's complete, in case we need protection.
Trapper snare. I the grenade. I think I'm good with what I've got currently. 534.
The shards are getting harder to find.
Culford Cauldron. Here it simmers in this unstable area, which once pierced to the heart of the world.
No risk of Culford Cauldron ever erupting again, they used to say. Guess they were wrong. Not everything blew up in the calamity. Why Culford Cauldron here blew up way ahead of its time. The cauldron boiled over some 300 years ago. They say it filled the skies with ash and the lakes with molten rock. If you wanted to survive something like that, you had to learn to adapt.
Yeah. And I tell you something, Supergiant games, they know how to tell a damn story. Let's go this way. Let's see what's over
So
here.
in a way, the beasts of the wilds, they're all survivors too. It takes a certain stubborn pride to keep on living in a place like this. As for us, we learned an awful lot from Culford Cauldron.
Fire bellows.
That learning led to some interesting inventions.
What?
The raw power of the world
What?
fell right into our hands.
That's pretty cool.
Playing with the cauldron's fires became an addiction. Sure, we dusted off a good many secrets out here.
Damn it.
But we discovered other things we're better off not knowing. The unforgiving scent of sulfurous dirt. taste the air so hot it sticks to your lungs. All sorts of awful things crawling underfoot. You can cook those things, but you can't eat them. Never thought we'd find so much life in all that ash. We kept on sifting through the cauldron's secrets anyway.
I don't know, I kind of like that. Let's change this to Fang Repeater.
The more ash we swept aside, the more life we found.
I like this because you can use it on the wallflowers even when they're closed.
Place as inhospitable as they come. Pressed on. After all, when we look down inside Colford Cauldron, look down through all the smoke and flames. We saw in there the heart of the world, the heart now laid bare by the calamity. We had to have it. As for the kid, he just has to get that shard out of there. Too bad taking that thing woke up every last stink eye from here to Jawson Bog. Kid's thinking he's got to trek all the way back around the cauldron.
Do I not?
Luckily, the cauldron cooked up a little shortcut for him.
My goodness.
Sure, it ain't the most convenient path. Biggest stink eye he's ever seen's waiting for him on the other side. Well, it ain't polite to stare.
Well, it ain't polite to stare. I like that.
And where there's one stink eye, there's always more. The cauldron's tenants all gather up to bid the kid a fond farewell. Kid don't shed any tears for him. Best to keep out of the cauldron.
I thought that was a...
With a good spyglass, you can still see the cauldron from the city.
Cool.
But all the fires died out. There's nothing left of it. It comes back looking like the inside of a chimney. The shard works like a charm. You can hear the monument's heartbeat again.
Let's see, do you know if this egg's supposed to be making a muffled chirping sound?
We're all a little short on friends these days, so that's a welcome sight.
Cool. Now we do that.
The memorial may be finished, but our part is far from over.
Cool. Got a lot of fragments for that. Those birds can breed just about anywhere, can't they?
They said the wild could never be tamed. If only they could see us now.
I've got upgrade materials. You know, I think I'm gonna go back to the trip mine. I just really like the trip mine. And I think I like what I got going on here. Well, I don't know. I mean, the fire bellows is really good. But I don't know if I like to...
Now we can light them up or pin them down. Maybe both.
Alright. Plus 20% fuel generation. Flames spread wire. Let's go with fuel generation.
At least it won't get cold around here with that thing around.
Upgrade this guy again.
Don't
Crit
want that
damage.
thing leaving your hands until you
So it
decide
has
it's
to
time.
stun. Faster thrust.
Gotta make sure the pointy end's fastened on real tight.
If I could do, like, the bellows and the pike, that might be a good combination right there.
We spotted a pecker carrying a shard to Mount Zand.
Mount Zand. It is held inside the remains of a holy mountain once filled with flora and fauna.
Not much left of Mount Zand nowadays. It's like a cross between a zoo and a prison break. Can't rightly call Mount Zand a mountain anymore. There's no more mountains now.
Something is in there. Ah.
So they figure they'll hold out right here, on a slab of mountain the Calamity forgot. There's no place left for the beasts of the wild to go.
So we'll go this way.
Those beasts been hoarding all the valuables they could find. The beasts of Mount Zand go all out.
I was thinking I was gonna kill it before it killed me, but I guess not.
Good thing for those
Like
beasts the Calamity saved leftovers. We only found their little lair because they found themselves a little shard.
sucks kind of going through here and not
The
being able
creatures
to
of the wild,
see anything.
they've been building a bastion of their own. Best thing we can do for those beasts right now is put them down, quick and clean. There's only one kind of mercy left these days.
That.
Look at it this way. It's either them or us. But if we win, they win too. Our bastion is everybody's game, not just ours.
Alright.
Unfortunately, there's no explaining that to a simple beast.
That's not so bad after all.
And our mortars have to do the talking. Those beasts been hard at work fixing up the place. They've rounded up their survivors, just like we have.
Snap. It hurts.
They've been searching for cores and shards, just like we have.
Alright, that's where I came from. Cool. Well, damn.
Maybe they've thought about turning back, just like we have. We just really need their shard. Kid got it fair and square. You don't need to keep tangling with all those things. He's done what's best for him, don't you worry. Don't you worry.
God, I didn't have to fight all that with the fucking mortar.
We'll all be better off once the bastion is complete. The monument's getting better. Zolf sure did a number on it, though.
Alright, let's...
Kid arrives just in time to sample Zia's famous cooking.
Alright, let's go here first.
Just the occasion to crack open the distillery's private reserve.
Falling malt, reduce damage from falling. Plus 200% damage by falling on foes. Plus 2 black tonic capacity. Survive an attack that would have brought defeat. Yeah, let's do that.
Life wine so rich, they say it's brought men back from the brink for one last taste. He wolfs down too much too fast, and it all goes to his head. I've said a lot about the kid, but he ain't the only one wrapped up in all this.
I probably should have changed my weapons before I came here.
What's he thinking? Let me see if I got this straight. I only heard it once.
Yeah, back to Bastion. I don't want to do this with the fucking mortar.
He's made a right comfortable bed for all those bullets.
Okay. Yeah.
Stick 'em and cook 'em, or the other way around. Makes no difference. Just a couple shards left. The quarry's gotta have one, right?
Burstone Quarry. Once there were many such treasures in this key source of Ceylondia as well. I said it right that time.
The secret to how we built Ceylondia so tall and proud lies in Burstone Quarry. Imagine everything you'd need to build a city like Ceylondia. It takes hard work and planning, and it also takes Burstone Quarry. The Ura tunnels beneath the quarry must have softened the blow from the calamity. We bought the whole place from the Ura on the cheap. Same goes for its natives, Rattletails. Why would the Ura put up with those pests? Rattletails ain't the worst of it either, but more about that in a little bit. The quarry came with a lifetime supply of windbags. Windbags smaller than the naked eye can see are nested in those rocks. But there was even more to it than that. Not only are these rocks a source of life, we found that the oldest ones remember things. They're recording everything, all the time, taking it all in. No wonder all those beasts were drawn to the quarry. The rocks were calling them. Keeping the quarry free from pests turned out to be a problem. Rattletails kept tunneling in to snack on windbags. those windbags, the quarry might not have its special qualities. Now, why would the Ura sell off such a fascinating place? The Ura always were a superstitious lot. It might be the gods told them the quarry's bad news. On top of that, you know the Ura hated anything above ground. Might be the quarry just got too much sunshine for their liking.
Damn it.
In any case, it's fair to say the quarry was a godsend. Those rocks, all polished to a mirror sheen. The largest ones, you know as cores. Single core could keep the lights on in an entire city district. The smaller ones, we call them shards. A shard's got a fraction of a core's power, enough to fuel a voyage to the motherland. Well, now the quarry's all dried up. These rocks are much too young to be of use. Remember how I said rattletails ain't the worst thing in the quarry? That honor goes to a beast we took to calling Sir Lunky. Massive things stomped many of our boys. We just couldn't get rid of him.
Damn it. Holy moly.
You never could get stubborn old Lunky to leave the quarry alone.
Ooh.
Then the kid hears a voice calling from down the hall. "Are you all right?" it says.
Zolf.
I've come to warn you, he says.
Ask Zolf why he left the Bastion. What happened back there between you and Rux?
The Bastion is under siege. Let it fall. You should not go back.
But why?
Kid hears him, but he ain't about to be deterred. If that's the way it is, he says, then I won't stop you. Because my countrymen will.
Oh.
Say what you will about Zolf, but he's a man of his word. His countrymen don't much care for pleasantries, though. Too bad for that. Zolf showed him the way here, and here they came to take revenge. They got inside the Bastion and shut the door. Kid's gotta go in through the back. I should have told him sooner about all this. Unfortunately, they broke in, and they started digging their hole. Something wrong was sprung out of those holes, and it's eating away at this place. We tried to stop him, but we needed him. Our baby beggar, he don't make it. Our little squirt, he don't make it. Somehow, some way, he sends those Ura packing. Problem is, it didn't matter. Zolf's plan worked. We find each other as the dust settles. Then I tell him why the Ura came. To get us back. For the Calamity. It was Caelondia's master plan to wipe the Ura out.
Damn.
But part of that plan backfired, didn't it? If only Zolf knew the whole story. The Mercy. The windbags ain't the only beast that drew a bad lot. The Brushers, they moved in shadows, but the Calamity found them.
Let's see, breaching bullet, turret surprise. Oh. That's a skill for the mortar. Yeah. Let's get that.
the inside, a fire bellows ain't nothing like its more popular air-spitting cousin.
Alright. Oh yeah.
The shards can put this disease in remission, but there's only one cure. We need to finish what we started. Seems the gods recommended this place to all their friends. Now all we need is one last shard. The sanctuary. If we can build, we can rebuild.
Cool.
The Ura swooped down from the east. At least now we know the way.
Alright. Erzindra Gate. Zolf's agents must also want the final shard, knowing it is key to undoing the harm they caused.
One last shard. It's all we need to put this mess behind us. And mother, what a mess it is. A mess like that could have only been made by hand. Zolf said the calamity failed, and he's right. The Ura stand as living proof of that. Never wanted to go to war again. Wanted to rule it out. We put a lot of folks against that problem. Scientists, soldiers, spies, even me. Sought solutions far beyond the city. We travel near as far as the kids go right now. Let me go. Most of our efforts didn't bear fruit. Then there was a breakthrough, but it didn't come from one of our people.
If I can find an armory, I think I'm gonna get rid of the Bellas because they're not very good against these guys.
The brilliant young scientist named Ven. Ven worked for the Mancers, the sharpest knives in the city's drawer. With his help, the Mancers devised a way to seal the Ura tunnels shut in a flash. Just like that, every last Ura living in the Tassel terminals will be gone. This discovery was never to be used, they said, except as a last resort. But Ven didn't like being manipulated. He had plans of his own. He sabotaged the Mancer's little science project, set it to blow up in their faces. Imagine how Ven must have felt when they finally made him pull that trigger. But remember, the Bastion can fix everything. We just need that shard.
Oh, shit.
It's too bad the Ura ain't exactly been willing to collaborate on that front. For now, Kid had little choice but to pick up where the Calamity left off. First things first, though. There's someone we figured needed rescuing. Zia.
Zia.
The Ura fell back, no doubt planning the next move, but we knew ours already.
Alright, give me just a moment. I gotta do something for Dustin.
There's something we had to do before going after that last shard.
Alright, Zoltan's Hollow. The Ura launched their assault on the Bastion from this outpost. Zia must be here.
Zoltan's Hollow is the Ura's border blockade. At least it used to be.
Oh, wait. I wanted to change my equipment. Let's go back to... Hold on. I'll grab that. I want to grab that. Let's see. Bullets ricochet. +1 target penetration. Let's go with
That ought to
ricochet.
give those dueling pistols a little extra kick.
And then on this one, we can do +8 ammo, 55% faster reload.
Now he can shoot that fang repeater all day long.
But I don't know if I want to switch to the dueling pistols or the fang repeater. Let's go with the pistols. Alright. Now.
Well, now it's personal, ain't it? It's personal for him, and it's personal for me. Finds his moment to strike. They never saw him coming.
Calamity
Gets his
Cannon.
hands on the care package I sent him. It's a little something I've been fixing up in my spare time. Laura found a way to keep the calamity from spreading through Sultan's Hollow. They got their own security and everything. Pretty fancy. Still, they ain't used to having visitors around. They've got these conductors that are always keeping the place together. Break enough of those things and the calamity rocks slip back into the ground. Those rocks are like tumors, the same kind LIL planted in the Bastion. Well, the Ura must be in a panic right about now.
Nice. Should I keep it? Yeah.
They even sick their little rattletail pets on the kids. Those rodents are just a bump in the road. from here to the terminal's what's noise in town. Most of the Ura's conductors are squared away in the middle of the hollow.
Okay.
They're easy targets. Those calamity rocks must be eating that place apart from the inside. Keep hanging on to their barricade. After all, their homeland's not much farther.
Alright, let's see if I've removed this blockade over here. Nope. Okay. Looks like where I probably need to go. There we go.
Some of them are downright bewildered by what's happening. Maybe they know they've lost this. Lost to a kid. They underestimated us. Had us pegged all wrong. Yes, our people caused the calamity, but here we are trying to fix it. Shame the opportunity for civilized discourse is over.
Okay, that doesn't work either.
It's not the time to get reckless.
Not bad. Alright, so
Did the Ura really think we just turn around and walk away?
No, I'm gonna find a way. Damn it. Damn this over here, no.
Suppose old Zolf should have got to know us better.
Having on.
Maybe I should have trusted him. Told him everything I knew. Zolf, the Ura, they have every reason to be angry. Beyond angry. As the hour grows desperate, the Ura bring out their big guns. There's nothing standing in his way no more. He sees the Tazzle terminals loom large on the horizon.
Alright, hold on. I think there was another way I could have gone.
But when this is all over, it'll all be water under the bridge. Way out there on the edge of the world, that's where he finally finds you. But it ain't like Prosper Bluff this time. Ain't nothing for this gal to sing about now. Zia, you weren't kidnapped. No, ma'am. You just had to see what happened to the Ura. To your own people. You had to see if everything Zolf wrote to you was true.
So the narrator's telling the story to Zia this whole time. Shows Zia the simple drawing found far to the east. The calamity took everything from the Ura, didn't it? Besides their will to fight.
They lost everything, didn't they? But they just keep on fighting like that's gonna bring it all back.
Oh, I guess they're wrong.
The country, she's all to pieces now, but still looking good. The cinders kept the city good and warm, made it thrive. The slingers, the wilds were their calling. The conscience, we haven't lost everything, long as we have that. Sometimes I want to ask him, why do any of this? But truth is, I don't want to know. I don't need to see what happened to the Ura. I'm trying to undo it, remember?
Fair enough. Calamity cannon's cool and all, but let's get back to the pistols. We can buy some more spirits over here. see, plus 25% damage using secret skills, 100 plus 100% damage when counter blocking with the bullhead shield. That might be nice. Plus 15 damage resistance, automatically retaliate when injured. Plus 5% chance to turn zealous after defeating a foe, while zealous gain plus 200% damage for 3 seconds. Leech aid, gain some health by striking foes. Gain some health by counter blocking with the bullet shield. Listen, I don't. Okay, let's. You know what? Let's go with that.
A sip of lunkhead liqueur will toughen you up. Too bad it's like drinking a saddlebag.
Like drinking a saddlebag.
Once the kid gets that last shard from Zolf, it'll all be over.
Alright. He bides his time within the remains of the Ura's massive underground sprawl.
The Tazzle terminals. All that's left of the Ura civilization. And the last stop on his little journey.
Yep, I'm ready. This must be the end.
I can't hear him at all anymore. He's too far away. But he'll be all right. Just needs to get that shard from Zolf and come on home. The calamity hit the Tazzle terminals hardest of all. No chance anything survived. You know why Zolf went back there. The place was his home. All his old friends and family were there. Taken by the calamity. Zolf must be there all alone, just waiting. You know what's funny? Well, all of us are waiting for a kid. Look around. There's not much left to do here in the Bastion, I'm afraid. So why not tell each other stories to pass the time, right?
Nice.
telling you all this. There's something I want you to understand. When the kid brings back that shard, the Bastion will be complete. This disease the era planted here will go away. Zealandia will be whole again. Everything will be back to normal. Everyone will be all right. What happens to Zulf will no longer matter.
Oh, where do I go now? This way?
Problem is, we'll all be gone.
Uh-oh.
But we're not gonna die. It's more like all of this will just stop. Things will go back to the way they used to be. That's the power of the Bastion. This whole place is a living record of the times before the calamity. The way things were before this story. Good times, right? Be your old self again. Think of all those times that didn't go your way. Setbacks. Imagine if you could have another go at them.
Stop.
No mistakes. Anyone you've ever heard. Everything you've ever done, you could do it over. And wouldn't that be grand? Wouldn't you agree? Well, I guess there's nothing more to say. Who am I kidding? Look. There's something else. A confession. How come I know so much about the Bastion? Well, I designed the place, but that's beside the point. There's one problem with a place that sets things back to a bygone time. You can't test it. So you're probably wondering if the calamity happened already. What's to stop it from happening again after the Bastion does its thing? The answer is... I don't know.
And this has really got an interesting
You're
story.
wondering if there ain't some other way out of this mess. It's all right. I can tell. But why would you even want another way? Unless you wanted to stay here with us. Well, that's sweet and all, but I don't know if I can stick around. The weight of the calamity, it's on our shoulders. We can't just let it go.
Damn.
Bastion does have another function, strictly speaking. If ever the monument blew out and we couldn't repair it, we could still evacuate. First, we'd round up as many folks as we could carry. Next, we'd detonate the cores, and we'd take off away from here.
Damn, this is pretty damn good.
Of course, that would mean no going back. Ever. But then again, that way all of us could leave the city. Together. You know Zolf and his countrymen won't be giving up that shard without a fight, don't you? Zolf and the All they want now is to see the Bastion fall. Zolf dedicated his life to a lasting peace between the Ura and Zealandia. He can't have imagined the city would try to wipe the Ura out. Zolf ain't lost every shred of decency, though, has he? He tried to warn you about his plans. He tried to warn the kid. For Zolf, this ain't a personal matter. Thing's for sure. The Ura can't be happy that the kid followed Zolf all the way home.
Alright. We have a choice to make. So we can move on, abandon Zolf's body, and press forward with the battering ram. Zolf's situation is hopeless and a distraction. His plan to avenge the Ura only brought more suffering. All that matters was the safe return of the shard. Or we can take Zolf, abandon the battering ram, and pick up Zolf's body instead. Zolf was badly injured but breathing. It appears his countrymen turned on him as their situation grew desperate. He nearly destroyed the Bastion. And yet... I'm going to take him.
I can see it now. The kid in one corner, then Zolf in the other. Ain't much of a fight. Don't you worry, though. Once the Bastion's restored, it'll all be alright. You ain't still thinking about that whole leaving the city thing, are you?
Yeah, I can't just leave somebody there like that.
I set my sail, fly, the wind it will take me back to my home, sweet home. Lie on my back, clouds are making way for me.
Of course, they're not going to make it easy for me.
I'm coming home, sweet home. I see your star, you left it burning for me. Mother, I'm here. eyes open wide.
Kid's probably dealt with Zolf by now.
Feel your heart and it's glowing.
He reminds me of myself when I was his age. I ever tell you about those days? Hey, kid.
Get up.
Get up, kid. Come on, that ain't funny. I said get up. That's more like it. Now, set that shard into the monument there. Then we'll talk. The Bastion. It's finally finished. Now, there's something I want you to see. Welcome to the heart of the Bastion. I ain't one for long goodbyes, so here's the deal. Zia and I figure you done the heavy lifting, so you get to do the honors. We can tell you how to work this thing if you got any questions. Hey, kid.
Alright, so ask about the Bastion's restorative power. What will it feel like when the Bastion fixes everything?
You can undo the calamity here and now. Go on, kid. And before I forget, thank you.
Ask about the Bastion's evacuation mode. If you could go anywhere, would you go back or somewhere else?
Always wondered what the motherland was like. Not that it matters anymore.
Tell Rux about what happened to Zulf. He never learned the whole truth, did he?
Zolf only brought more ruin to the Ura. No wonder they didn't take kindly to him.
Offer the Marshal's badge. At the end of their careers, the Marshals used to return their badges to the city.
You've got one thing left to do, so you hang on to that badge. Besides, you earned it.
Talk about what it took to get to this point. The windbags, the beasts of the wild, the Ura. They fought so hard to stop this moment.
Don't let anything you've done get to you. You can save all those creatures here and now.
You made it.
Ask Zia about the Bastion's restorative power. What do you think is going to work? What do you think I should do?
So, let's see. You can either prevent the calamity, or stick around with me and Rex. I'd hate to be in your shoes.
If you could go anywhere you wanted, where would you go?
If I could be any place I wanted, I'd stay right here. We could go anywhere in the world.
His own people turned on him when his plan to destroy the Bastion faltered.
Zulf tried to talk me into joining him. I tried to talk him out of it. I guess we both failed.
They were very brave, but there was nothing left for them but their revenge.
When I finally found my people, I told them we could help. They just took me for a traitor. Glad you showed up.
Okay, so we got choices again. We can initiate the Bastion's restoration protocol. This process will restore to a previous world state, and it's irreversible. Use only as directed. Initiate the Bastion's evacuation protocol. This process will cause irreparable damage to the core receptacles, disabling the restoration protocol. What do you think? That's a tough one. Like, I feel like evacuation is kind of selfish, but like still get to be with Rux and Zia, but if we do restoration, it goes back to before the calamity, but then it kind of, you know, ruin, like, we would just cease to be, I think is what Rux says. You know what, we'll choose restoration. I think that's what we'll go with.
It's finished. Now, sit tight. It'll be over soon. No matter what happens next, you're done good. I suppose all that's left is to try and remember this moment. The Bastion's gonna take us back to a better time before any of this. Might be we'll forget everything you've done and each other. Though after all we've been through, I find that hard to believe. So long, kid. Maybe I'll see it in the next one. Zealandia, we're coming home.
I set myself, fly the wind, it will take me back to my home.
Yeah, it sounds a little bit like Dave Grohl.
Lie on my back, cloud to make it wait for me. I'm coming.
Kind of short, but that was a pretty good game. Very interesting. Yeah, it is really good. Really good music. I don't know if you've seen much of Hades, but it's got really fucking good music too.